occasions where I've missed family occasions due to public duties. Without your support, it would have been impossible to do what I do. I want to thank my colleagues at work who have said, you know, take on extra work. We're happy to sort of manage the fort. I'm overwhelmed by all the good wishes that I have received from the colleagues, officers, members of the public, you know, for all the good wishes they've given me, so thank you. I would like to take this opportunity to mention three very important people in my life. My beloved mother, who's always looked after my children. I was a counsellor when I was 30. I had 4 young children, and without my mum, I couldn't have done this. You know, it's so difficult. Without childcare, you couldn't do the job that you do. And also ex-councillor Amadul Haq, who's now an honorary alderman. Councillor Haq introduced me to the Labour Party when I was 17 years old in 1987. I'm grateful that he did, and he really encouraged me to go for for standing as a council. And if he hadn't encouraged me, I wouldn't be here today as well. And my husband for always supporting me, for being there. You know, although he's not political, but he's never stopped me from doing the work that I do, and I couldn't serve the community. You know, I've had to spend a lot of time away from family, so thank you for being my strength and my support. Being the first citizen of Sandwell is a great honour and a privilege. I humbly promise you all, everyone here today, and those who are absent, and the wider communities of Sandwell, that I will do my utmost best to hold this honour and make Sandwell proud. As a borough and communities, we continue to face the challenges with the aftermath of the COVID-19 pandemic, the cost of living crisis, and also the climate change, humanitarian concerns that we have. The residents of our borough are affected in varying ways, both directly and indirectly. I promise to do my best to represent all sections of Sandwell communities to promote peace, harmony and inclusivity. I will endeavour to improve working relationships with industries, businesses and support charities and community groups who do much for our people, thus encouraging and contributing to creating a sense of civic pride in Sandwell. I would like to announce that my mayoress will be my daughter, Saida Hasna. We are both looking very much forward to our year ahead and to promote our wonderful borough. A special thank you goes to Amy, who's been helping me with the secretary as my cabinet. And before I finish, I'd like to thank all the staff team from Mayor's Parlour, Member Services, Democratic Services, and for all the tireless work that has gone into organising today in the last few days. I hope you can all take your breath after tonight. As your mayor, I've chosen the Acorn Children's Hospice and Let's Talk Hope as my two charities for whom I will be raising money. These charities are close to my heart, and I hope you will support me in these charitable causes. And finally, I stand here today promising, by the grace of God, to serve the people of Sandwell to the best of my abilities and enthusiasm, compassion and with devotion. I pray for support and guidance in fulfilling my role and responsibility as the first citizen of Sandwell. Honoured guests and ladies and gentlemen, councillors, members of my family and friends, I once again thank you for your presence tonight and for being part of this special day, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Thank you. Councillor Owen to move a vote of thanks to the retiring Mayor, Councillor Bill Gavin, on behalf of the Council.
Thank you. I move this vote of thanks to the outgoing Mayor Bill Gavin, who's worked incredibly hard this year in spite of fundraising and show. It's important to also recognise his lifetime of activism in drug and alcohol recovery. It's especially timely to mention that he was co-founder and chair of Birmingham Pride from its inception in 1997 until 2005, and his legacy continues this weekend. A wealth of knowledge as a ward colleague, I know Mrs Alderman Martin Prestige greatly, as we all do for his wisdom and guidance. Bill, you've certainly been the most memorable mayor. Thank you for this year. It's had its challenges, but you've navigated us through it with style, so thank you.
Do I have a second to the motion?
Yes, thank you. I will second that. And I agree with Councillor Gavin, but I would also like to say thank you to Councillor Gavin for his hard work over the last 12 months and for just being so passionate in his fundraising through raffles, meets out, etc. and for just being himself. Thank you.
Is that agreed? Councillor Gavin, may I invite you to respond to the good wishes of the council?
Distinguished guests, fellow elected members, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us this evening for this special occasion. First, I would like to thank the Deputy Mayor, Councillor Elaine Giles, for her sterling work and her support for the last 12 months. I would also like to thank the Deputy Mayoress, Councillor Elizabeth Giles, for the support she has shown in the role as Deputy Mayor. My thanks, in turn, go to our leader, Kerry Carmichael, Cabinet members and fellow councillors across all political parties for your continued support. Before moving on, I would like to also thank the officers of the Mayor's Parlour and member service team for their kindness and guidance. Thanks also to the CEO, our Chief Executive Officer, Shokap, and to Mike, our Model Officer. And a special thanks to our IT department, who I'm very sure will be delighted that my term has now come to an end. It has been a privilege to have served as the Mayor of Sandal for the past 12 months. I've encountered many wonderful experiences, and if you allow me, I'd like to list a few. I had the pleasure of welcoming royalty to the borough on 2 occasions, first the Royal Highness, the Duke of Edinburgh, and the formal opening of Sharland SPCO Academy in West Bromwich. More recently, I had the pleasure of meeting His Royal Highness, Prince of Wales, St Michael's School in Royal Regis. I also met Her Majesty's the King and Queen at the recent Buckingham Palace garden party. Back to Sandal and to the future of our borough, among many highlights of this year, it's been a privilege to present British citizenship to many new families and to welcome them to Sandal and encouraging them to become part of our great communities. I've also had the pleasure of attending many residential homes throughout the borough and lucky enough to enjoy their party days with the residents.